because you brought the government to power. So even when they are doing wrong, you cannot tell them because you brought them to power. The people who are there to tell the government, oh yeah, you are doing this, you are doing that, is not good. Sometimes the government can listen and change to do the better. These are people you stand to insult. President Baka, why are children crossing right today? 2 years now into your administration, you said we're not going to see this thing happening in the country, but it is happening.
The Liberian Council of Churches, it is something that they crafted from the World Council of Churches, which was meant to promote peace and justice.
We dig out the facts. We bring the issue to the public to participate.
I was children. Why they keep it over there for them to get money without
they get lines looking for witness because they not get nothing off la vie there. No witness.
It is government that we have here, but it is clear that Baka is not in charge. What the guy will do, they want to take some money onto themselves, but they not lima, then we can work on the shadow task force so that we can start working. And the very people that are involved, even the things that are happening in Liberia, you thought they place them on the task force.
Issue in the society. We discuss critical issues affecting the nation against socio-economic issues standing to shape the destiny of Liberia. We discuss issues including poverty rates. Human rights concern environmental challenges with a lower percentage of the population struggling to meet basic needs. Human rights violations such as arbitrary killing issue in the society comes to you on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10:30 a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m. Join our panelists, Aliu Masale and Solomon Bakari from the US of A, and the host, Stephen Contour on Kings FM 88.5.
Exclusive from hotlbr.com.
When they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. But when they eat their man, they change their mind. What kind of people they do?
They are freedom fighters.
What kind of people they do?
They are freedom fighters.
You freedom fighter, you raping our women.
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter, you killing our children.
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter, you destroying our country.
They are freedom fighters.
Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo.
And so, exactly, it is a brand new day, a brand new month, and a moment to be grateful to God Almighty for the gift of life. I'm Stephen Compton. This is how I'd like to welcome you to another edition of the program Issues in the Society. And this is the first edition of the month of September. And we are grateful to God Almighty that we are here, that which is very, very much important. So I'd like to say morning to every one of you. Good evening, good afternoon, depending on your location. And for those of you who are following us via our various social media platforms, like one of our regular followers here, Venetia's Junior Bar, he says he's watching from the borough of Crewtown. Nathan Page as well is also watching from his Nizo community there. And Agatha Glasgow says I'm watching from Tinkers Village, RIA, where the common citizen children live. You can also do the same. Tell exactly where you are following us from. And yes, I'm here with my team, Aliu Mansale and Solomon Bakari. And so let me now bring down the team song and welcome my team on board. Good morning, Bakari and that of Aliu.
Good morning, Compton, and good morning, Masale. Welcome back. Again, we are We sympathize with you for the loss of your mom. And also, I want to say good morning to our wonderful people of Mama Liberia, and not forgetting my one and only We Nation. Good morning to you guys.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let's now cross over to Aliyu. Aliyu, good morning and welcome back.
Excuse me. Thank you, Stephen. Good morning. Good morning, Solomon. Good morning, Mama Liberia. All Liberians in around the world. Thanks to you guys for keeping it down. Thank you so much for all the condolences, message, calls. I appreciate everyone. Thank you so much. You know, excuse me, this life, we shall all come and go one by one. You see, that is it. You cannot question God. Like the Quran says, Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. To Allah we belongs, and to Him we shall return. You know, it's not easy. It is what it is. Nobody came to stay. We, the human being, we are like chicken. You know, when you're raising your chicken, you say, oh, today or the other 20 say I will eat the other chicken, the other November 29. So we are like chicken to God too. You can just grab her anytime, but also may also rest in peace. Thanks to you all.
Definitely.
Appreciate it.
Definitely. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And it is just very, very much good having you back on the show. Yeah, so today is just the first edition in the month of September. And as I said earlier on, we give God a praise that, He has blessed all with life, that we are back here today to discuss issues that are very, very much important to our country and the citizens as well. So before we go any further, as usual, we are urging you, calling on you to, make your own contribution to the King's support basket. This gone time we're here, and other people were able to make their own contribution. We are doing that so that we can be able to get your help, so that you can be able to support the work that we do here. So let me quickly read out the numbers for those of you who probably have not been following and would like to get a number and make your contribution. Let me read out the numbers for the send wave. The send wave number is +231 555 885 885. That is +231 555 885 885. And the mobile money number for those of you who are using the Lone Star is 0555 885 885. And for the Orange Morning is 0777. That is 0777 017 885. So anybody who going to make a contribution, just let us know in the comment section. Probably you can just send a text to the number through which you are going to make your contribution, or any of these numbers. Then we notify it and we'll be able to call your name on the show here if you deem it necessary. We are definitely going to do that. Yes, we are just going to do that so that we can be able to appreciate you on the show this morning. All right, so let me see what we have here very quickly before we go to our discussion point. Agatha, we talk about you. Fatu Conan is also watching up from Margibi County. And Kesey Johnson said, good morning, Stephen Compton. I'm Kesey Johnson. Watching you from Ominka community. All right. They now break. Okay. Open. Mr. English President, where are you? Oh, okay. So this other person here, another pair that says, good morning, Mr. Compton. I'm watching from Morovia. My condolences to Masale. Okay, thank you so much, Nevet. And Rich Heron, the best, says, I'm the best watching from Chocolate City, Japan's freeway. Thank you, Juju. One way is also following us as well, so you can do the same. All right, so very quickly on today, there are a couple of things we will be looking at, but more specifically, we'll be looking at the atmosphere in the country today in terms of people that are going to school. Remember, the Ministry of Education sets today as the official day for schools to open, right? So we expect, the school-going kids and school-going children to be going to school now. So looking at the atmosphere in the country, I myself, I was able to go around one or two schools to see as the weather's, children are already going to school. Though today's the first day, but for what we are looking at, uh, we will also be discussing that. And over the weekend, the student grouping at the University of Liberia there, most especially the Student Unification Party, was able to, host a press conference. And through that, they were able to call on the president to dismiss the university's president. That is Dr. Mapaya. According to them, their call is due to corruption, among other things. So we will also look at that as well. But more especially, in passing, we will talk about that though. But most particularly, we will be looking at the atmosphere in our country, what people are fixed with now. As to whether parents out there have registered their children, and all these kind of things, what is responsible for all these things in the country, we will be looking at then, not only in Monserrato County here, but even across Monserrato County in the other counties, right? So we will be hearing from people in various communities, counties across the country to look to tell us the atmosphere there. That which is very, very much important. And we are just getting report that I think there are some volunteer teachers who are currently around the president's residence. They are calling on Mr. President to ensure that they get on the government's payroll, right? To ensure. So we will also be looking at that as well. But very quickly, let me go over to my team, beginning with Aliu. Aliu, as we said earlier on, today the government sets today to be the official opening of school in our country here, and the attendance we are seeing is kind of poor. With conversation we had with parents, is something that is so much discouraging. To the extent that it would just be very difficult, even the first month, the month of September, for other people's children to even enter in school due to the economic situation that many of those parents are out there are faced with. And so these other issues, they told us, are responsible for they not registering their children up to present. But they're not doing that. And so these are things we'll be able to look at. So let me bring on Aliu as he speaks on this particular issue. Aliu, you are on? Yes, so just go ahead.
Yeah, thank you there, Stephen. Thank you so much for the topic this morning. Once again, thanks to everybody that have been reaching out, and those that couldn't reach out, thank you also, because everybody want to reach out with some people. There is no way I'm not on social media like before. Yeah, but I appreciate everyone as well, and also you guys in studio, and also the Freedom FM family as well. Yes, all our colleagues on the other side been reaching out. I appreciate everyone. Yeah, the issue about the school, even my children are very short. So, yes, I just say very short about the children. I'm talking about my own children in Liberia. I'm talking about the other people that I can help, but my own children. So you might know. That is everywhere. But again, to the issue, we pray for Mama Liberia. We pray for President Baka to succeed in all of the good work he's doing. And the one that he's not doing better, we pray that he should do better, at least to rescue our country. But this issue here, I think the arrest agenda, we have E in the arrest agenda, which stands for education. But since this government took over, I don't see the policies they have already put in place in terms of education in the country to see how they can or minimize some of these things when it comes to the education, because that's one of the best things in the country, and every parent that the best thing you can give to your child education, because tomorrow when you go, he or she will be like, oh yes, thank God my parents were able to educate me. But looking at the hardship in the country today, and it baffles me when you say this thing, and people will be like, the president inherited or broken economic. When George Weah came, we heard the same thing. He said he inherited a broken economic. Joseph Waka took him the city, he inherited a broken economic. How you people will be inheriting broken economy, but you're paying people big salary? Where the money coming from? Well, you inherited broken economy. How you will inherit a broken economy when you people are building mansions? Where the money coming from? So the money you can be taking to build all these mansions and things, coming from Liberian cover. Hardship in the country is alarming every day. Like just now, I don't know, you sent me something I was watching. People all in the market again, they are crying of the hardship. How will their children go to school? Now teachers are protesting today. I think some of them were beaten on by the Liberia National Police or other people. And this is not good for our country. This government talk about arrest, and in their arrest agenda, I think the E stands for education. But today, I don't know why this lady had changed in Liberia since she took over, going to 2 years now. I said Dr. Jala. And we see the education system, how it is broken in the country. When Madam Sedi took over, she said the education system was a mess, but I didn't see any policy she put together to really try to update the education sector. When George Weah took over, people know everything was not 100%, but he tried his best, and children were going to school. I stand to be corrected, but I don't know. I didn't see for children to stay out of school like same President Waka took over. People that are out of school, they even more than people that are going to school. Because these are some of the things. If you will come to power, instead of creating jobs or maintaining people in their $5, their $10 jobs, and you taking them from out of job, how do you expect these people to survive? How do you expect them to send their children to school? These are things that bring hardship in the country. And this is one of the steps this government took that get them today. They are ready going through tough time. The government people, they want you to come and praising the government, and when they don't work, the song that they want you to sing for them. Because if Steven is making $10 and right now they take him for that station, they say, okay, yes, we will bring the other person because the other person from the other political party. How do you expect Steven to survive or to send his children to school? Taking these people out of job because they are unity party, they are sedition, or even some of them, they were not sedition, but because you felt to yourself that they got this job from 2018 or whatsoever year upwards, so that's mean they are all sedition. All of these people that are working today, how do you expect them to even survive or to send children to school when they can't even afford to get their daily bread? So how will they send their children to school? And this, I think the government really need to focus on. Our economy today, Senator Dillon said, I know it was in the people pocket, but I don't know where it is now. Things are very high in the country. You see, myself sitting here, my nephews and thing is supposed to start school today. I just told them, you go to school. And other people have been helping more than 30 to 40 children. I'm just right now, I don't know what to say. Well, it is hard. Even if me not in America, I will complain why much more about the people in Liberia that they don't even say have work to go to. They are not working, they are not doing anything. So to tell you that it's not easy, and this government, they had to see what to do. Because President Boakai, as I always say, this woman could have been one of the best presidents ever in the history of our country. looking at the years he spent in government, or coming today, he said he was an old car parking garage, and today he's a brand new car. You see, what is he doing different for us to see today? Things are just hard in the country. These are some of the things. This old man called Sam Jackson or Sam Jackson or Samuel Jackson, something like that. I always like his business. And even though people can be insulting him, this and that, but see how today this old man, he's flying around. People will say, oh, that the people that destroy the country and what have you. Okay. But sometimes in your youthful days, when you are working, you try to build yourself up for your future. And today, this old man, he's passing around from one country to another. I think he's in Liberia now. If you young, you working, you plan your future, this is how you end up. But our president today, President Bwaka, these are things that he didn't pay attention to. And today, he want to plan his future now. At your age, you are not planning your future. If you want to do these things, say you've been working in government, according to people at the age of 21, but now you well established, being a president of Liberia, your focus point will just be on what strengthening the country. But again, our presidents can come with all the good ideas and things, but those that they surround themselves with are the ones that can destroy them. And President Bwaka, looking at Liberia, this man, he will have all this good thought, but he's very old and he's weak. You see, he's very, very weak. And this is how you see today, those people that surround him, they are only there to do what they want to do. Do you expect President Bwaka to be building millions of $1 million property today in the country at his age? No, this thing they are not right. But when you thought it would say, George, we have built 47 condominiums. And this is my question always. Did Joseph Bwaka come to power to repeat what George Weah did and you said it was bad, or he came to do the right thing to put the country on the right road? But today, everything is just up and down. I feel for we, the parents that paying children school fee that we can't afford today. Our children at home are seeing volunteer teachers. They are protesting to be on payroll. All of these things happening in the country. My brothers, and to all Liberians, this issue, we had to do some constitutional reform in our country. We need to do some amendment in our constitution. If we Liberians we will continue to be buying, lawmaker $45,000 car every 3 years, or giving them scratch cards, gas allowances, all of these things, paying for their homes that they build for themselves, we are not going anywhere anytime soon as a nation. See recently what Ghana president did. You see, these are things we expect President Bwaka. These are giant steps you need to be taking in our country. You see, but again, this old man, he's weak and he can't do anything. It is so sad today to see our brothers and sisters that are supposed to be going to school, they are sitting home because their parents don't have job. The $50 job they were doing, Joseph Bwaka took them from there because they were sedition. Even though some of them were not sedition, like Solomon always said, or President Bwaka said this, and he's doing it. And I will agree, because President Bwaka, during the campaign, he told us that when he became president, when he and Madam Sedi were there, where they have 50% and George Weah make it 150, when he come, he will call it down to the same 50. And that 100 George Weah added there, he will kick it out. He said it, and people still went and voted for him. And he's doing it. For that other campaign promise, yes, he delivered it to the people. Like in our country here today, when I see people complaining, President Trump said it during his campaign that when he win election, we will see the highest and massive deportation ever in the history of America. People, when they voted, these same people today, some of them, I see them crying, this is not why we voted for, when their husband, their children, their wife have been deported. He said it, and he delivered his campaign promise, says that he made. And these are the reasons today we see the hardship is too much in the country. If in the morning you can't even get food to afford for you and your children, you will be thinking about school fee. Because even the child, how will they go to school? When they even say it, how will they go to school? But things are very high in the country. We expect this government to do something. You people declare that today all schools should open. What are the mechanisms you put in place? I want to know where in Liberia, which one of the school building that you ever went to see, oh yeah, they are giving copy books, pencil and thing, book bags to those government school and thing. Like here we see this thing happening. And I can always say this, even though people will say, oh, excuse me, you cannot compare America with Liberia. Wait, Stephen, Solomon, you and I know, and other Liberians who are in it and in the country and out of the country. For me, I know some of these things, not everything that we're getting here, Liberians can get the same thing. When it comes to this thing, and when it comes to education, before school opens, students getting supplies and things, this city can happen in Liberia. Our country is rich, but our leaders only after themselves. If you start cutting all those gas allowances, scratch card and thing, cutting the 45,000 car every 2 months, paying for ministers, lawmakers, home that they build for themselves, cut all of these things or just for 1 year, and look at that money you were spending, and then you see where you can direct that money. Then you will know. But today, people want to be giving scholarship to students. The other lawmakers want to go on this side. You put money in the education sector. You see what you can do. You're straighten the education. That's the best thing you can do in the country instead of somebody coming to you crying for school fee. These are some of the things. These people, their children are out of the country. Some of them in the country going to private schools. So they don't care to put money into the budget. Because anything their children are getting quality education, the same thing with healthcare. But this is so sad for our country to see school opening today. Our children cannot go to school because we, the parents, we can't afford. And the issue about the University of Liberia, where I'm hearing that people saying, the president for the UL, Dr. McMahon, should resign because some allegation of corruption and other things. For me, I can see proper investigation being done, and she was caught in the act of corruption. I don't believe this. Or I see it like people being paid to tarnish your reputation, because the very time when we heard about this lady, and I said, that's a good thing. But for me, I know she will resign. And the reason why I said she was going to resign, because the government, they don't prioritize education. Instead of putting money in the budget, the University of Liberia, to see how the woman can really transform that university, they won't do it. And President Baka promised her that he was going to make sure they will transform the university. He will work along with her. See the campus today. Look at Fender campus. Look at even the main campus on Capitol Bypass, where you see the building, just a building that been in the fluorescent 1990 wall. You see, people only after to take big salaries. And this woman have decided, we're hearing some rumors in the corner that she want to resign. Because you don't expect her to go to Gafuan, oh yes, I want you to give me 30 million, this and that. Then Gafuan tell, oh yeah, you know what, I can give you the 30 million, but when you get it, you need to give 1.5 million back to me, a kickback. She's not waiting for that nonsense. She's not going to be licking somebody toes to be begging you to put money in budget for your own university. These are some of the things that are getting her frustrated, that she want to resign. Because the government don't want to put money. These are some of the things I said that she was going to resign, because if she thinks that the government will give her what she wants to transform the university, that's a blatant lie. She's not going to get it. At the end of the day, she will feel frustrated and resign. And this I think we're hearing, and they say, oh, she's corrupt, she this and that. I see it like maybe they want to do some damage control, but the investigation can be done. I believe that. I know they only paying people to come and do all the Facebook blocker and thing, but I don't believe this thing. That woman, even though yes, people do things, that's what I said, till they can do investigation, we see, oh yes, she was caught in the act of corruption. She had already decided to resign because she's not getting what she's supposed to get to run the university up to standard. So she's really frustrated. You expect her to go be begging people for kickback, all kind of thing, yeah, as they normally do in the country. You see, put it and take it. She's not here for this thing. These people don't believe that the government expecting Macmahon to go and be running around the world because she get contacts, so she should go all around the world to go and lobby to bring money for the university. And the money is in the country. Why you can't give it? But you're only there to increase your own budget, your salaries and things. You always say budget shortfall, but your salary cannot go shortfall. You see? So for me, that whole issue, till investigation can be done, or I already believe it. I see it like some kind of pay agent stuff they're doing because they know that she want to leave. So before the government be disgraced, so they brought somebody from America, the woman resigned because the government couldn't do this. So they want to say she was corrupt and other things. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Aliyu Mansale. Let's cross over to Bakari Solomon. It is your turn. Go ahead.
Well, all of regarding the University of Liberia and then the students going to school, all of them fall under the same thing. Look, have in mind when we said this, they say we bringing back Congo business and native business and what have you. Those people came to make Liberia as a farm where they all will get their wealth, to build their own wealth. When they came, they did the same thing, did not prioritize education. Whenever they get there, they maintain their home back home and all those stuff. All of our leaders, even those who say they are native people, the mentality is I'm here to get my own cut. I get to get my own elephant meat. It even came from President Sali's several times that when people are in government, they say they're coming for their own elephant meat. That's why they always put the money in their own budget for salary for them to get their pay. They never one day say, "Oh well, they have not been paid for 6 months or for 7 months and all of that." But other institutions like the University of Liberia and other educational institutions, the people not getting paid. The teachers they are voluntary, and for them to even be on a salary to even teach and all of that. So this is the major problem that we have in the country. President Boakai, before becoming president, he diagnosed the problem. He said the problem in Liberia is not poverty. Liberia is not poor, but Liberia is very managed poorly. He also said wasteful spending is one of the major problems. So managing the country poorly, the resources of the country poorly, and spending wastefully, that is the problem. You have a country that depends on donors' money before they can pay their teachers, but they are the highest paid government officials in Africa or in West Africa. If you look at the amount of money that our lawmakers, just the lawmakers, they make as compared to other developed African countries, it is mind blowing. Where other people the maximum pay for their parliament or their House of Congress or legislative branch, you want to make the highest is $2,000. But in Liberia, the minimum 7,000. Okay, so before getting the 7,000 plus other incentives, we pay for everything that they have, including the gas that go in our vehicle, including the cell phone or the scratch card they use for the cell phone. That is why the country is the way it is. People are poorly managing the country and spending wastefully. They don't have the country at heart. They are there to get their own a piece of the meat. when the pioneers came, one of the stuff was they did not want for the people to be educated to that extent. And also they discouraged speaking your languages because they want to understand everything you say. Since that time, we are still in the same position. Yes, the Congo people gone, as we said, but the same thing. President Boakai was accusing President Weah. They said that road will eat when President Weah was prioritizing let's have road connectivity so that at least our people who been selling to Waterside Market or to Douala Market or all of these places who get their goods from the villages. So it would be good for them to have road connectivity so that these people be able to get their produce, they say, from farm to market road. But that was then uh, 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 discouraged by the Unity Party and their leadership. When he came in, he said from farm to market. But you don't see the from farm to market road that they are doing. Look, Contour, those of you guys who are journalists, I really want for you guys to do additional investigative journalism. Few years ago, when I was doing my own little thing in Liberia, majority of our food that in the supermarket, especially the fruits and vegetables, they are coming from outside of the country. They are being imported there. The last time when I checked, most of the bananas that are in the supermarkets, they were not coming from farm in we nation. They were not coming from farm in this other community or in Mutu or in River G. Most of those things in the supermarket, they were coming from another country and they were being imported in the country. And guess what? Our same the people that we elected. Where do they go shopping to get their bananas? They go to the supermarkets to get their bananas, to get their fruit and vegetables. And then those people, when they bring their goods, our common people, our native people, when they struggle in a bad road condition, and by the time they could bring the banana or other stuff to the market, they already finish getting over the ripe because there is no rule when they get a banana to bring it to town and what have you. Government is not making it mandatory for those people who are operating supermarkets and other companies to purchase their fruit and vegetables from the farmers. So it makes things difficult. When they don't have money, it will be difficult for them to go to school. Just recently, there was a list that government put out. And this is so funny to me and it is confusing to me. It doesn't make sense. The government said that for the YA or the WISE, 9th grade it will be free. 12th grade will be free. But then 3rd grade, they will pay. 6th grade, they will pay. What is that? It does not make sense. And the thing that President Weah was doing, that they were criticizing, that's the thing they want to do, but they don't know how to do it. And because they don't know how to do it, if you look at the list, find a list of content and look at it. It is funny. The people who speak good English or beautiful English, they say it's comical, it's laughable. That's what's going on in our country. It is very, very sad. But under the presidents, under the leadership, they don't prioritize what need to be prioritized. One thing that President Weah did, which brought his losing the election, was the harmonization of salaries. When he harmonized the salary, of course, people were taking home less pay, but most people were maintaining their jobs and were able to buy school supplies for their children. because government was not providing school supplies for the students. So by harmonizing the salary and keeping more people on the job, that was what was helping our people. But this government removing people from tenure positions and from other positions, they are not able, those that are being removed from their positions, they don't have the economic means to help their children in school. That is one of the evil that have been done, that our people are suffering. Control, it is sad. It is not just worker administration. The Liberian government from time immemorial, they don't prioritize education. They don't prioritize the healthcare. They don't prioritize road. And those are the three major things. They don't even prioritize food, agriculture. And you have somebody who was born as an agriculturist, and he also went to school as an agriculturist. And when President Talbot brought in about building a great nation, they brought in avenues that will make our indigenous people, our poor people, to have access to their own economy. So what did they do? They brought something that they call LPNC, that which are the Liberia Producing Market Corporation. And Joseph Jima Boakai, President Joseph Jima Boakai, was the head. If you are not the top head, then he was the second in command. But from my recollection, he was the head of the LPNC. That stuff fell under him. Okay, so when it fell under him, when he became vice president, who was an advisor to the president, now one day President Joseph Yima Bragai, or vice president, will tell us, look, I advise the president for us to reopen LPNC, that other people used to have a depot, that where they will carry their pancanal, their cocoa, and their different things that they used to carry to the depot, and then the people will give them the money and they go back to take care of their children. Now one day, President Blackeye said, or I suggested this, the Green Revolution that was introduced in Thomas' time, and then also in those times, I tried to introduce it, but the president kicked against that. Nothing like that. Okay, so he understands the problem, but he has contributed to the small problem that was in the country. Why in the world, you know that the people were spending wastefully, and you get $1.2 million for a vehicle, and whereby they have other vehicles that could have been used for your purpose, that President Weah used, that President Salif used. So the problem with the Liberian government, they don't prioritize the people. And because they don't prioritize the people, the problem will always be like that. It's sad to say, and even though this is not one of our talking points, but Grand Bassa County, we are privileged to have what they call the tailings, the iron ore that on the ground. Okay? And then when our lawmaker, certain company, they want to take over that, and whatever they discuss, if they were to get the tailing right in the backyard of Grand Bassa County, it would bring about 600 billion. The 600 billion, I mean 600, I think 600 million. The 600 million, they say they're going to pay Grand Bassa County 10%. So the 10%, if you do that, it's going to give them 60 million. So somebody that has 600 million, they give you 60 million. What are you going to do with 10%? And because our people don't know how to manage the government, they are not innovative. That's why the honor people, the small people, those who are already suffering from poverty, that's why the situation is getting worse every day in the country. The people came to rescue themselves, all the people in government. They also came to kill our people. by diverting money from healthcare and a lot of stuff. So it is very sad. Not just one government, but all the governments of Liberia, from J.J. Robert time to this time, 178 years or so, Liberia has been in existence. We cannot even uh, 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 come to the level that Ghana is on. Ghana, who came in 1957, attempt to be corrected, but 1957, and most of the other African countries 1960, and Liberia was the country that helped those other countries to get their independence. Today, those countries that we help to get their independence, they are behaving an independent country, and they are providing services for their people. But we who help them, look at the way we are. It is very, very sad.
Okay. All right. Thank
So
you.
with the university stuff and all of those stuff, the government is very, very crafty, very, very smart. When you say the person is street smart, they're smart. They know how to survive. They know how to do this. You remember I told you guys that they said no to drug protest. They staged it just for people to know that, oh yeah, this government is fighting drugs. They staged it. Okay, today, right after the stage protest, what is going on? The drug is getting more rampant. Even today, they're trying to say, "Oh, we're taking the drug from the children that are using it." But those that brought in the drugs, even those girls that you're talking about, Contour, there was an intelligent information that we got that those girls have been freed, and some of them you will not see them in the country because they were advised, some of them, to either go somewhere else so that they will not show light to their spot. It is a sad situation. The same thing with the University of Liberia. Government is not putting the money in the institution. Nothing at all. Look at what the lady inherited. Look at the condition of the university. Look at even a graduate school. Look at it. It's very, very deplorable. And because they don't want for the lady to expose them more and more and more, and because she is a foreign person and she will not condone what we usually condone, she's at the verge of resigning. So that they want for people to flip it on her that she's corrupt. If the university is corrupt, the government is more corrupt than the university. So then they urge a student that you go to make sure that they remove the government, the current government, they remove them from power because the current government is even more corrupt than the allegation that they are alleging this woman to resign. Then President Baka should resign. Everybody in the government that are corrupt, they should resign. So that is a stage, also another stage something, because this woman cannot stand the situation that people do it. And also control, and I'm going to end on this point. You cannot be crying that you don't have money. And at the same time, your lifestyle can tell people that you even have money when you lie to the people. First of all, the situation in the country is very, very, very bad. You took 40 delegates to Japan, where you split them into two. The amount of money that was spent on those people alone, besides hotel and food, just airplane transportation, if we put everybody in the economic class, and you say, okay, let's say $6,513. You put them in that area. You multiply that by 40, you will see wasteful spending. Okay, so those are things that are really destroying the country.
Okay.
Oh yes, I'm done. I'm done. This is frustrating. I'm done.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Solomon Baka Reeves. And that is Aliyu Masale. Thank you. I appreciate the both of you for giving your own analysis on this issue. But let me begin with this. You know, a few months ago, we said these things. We predated what is happening today. And when we spoke about these things, there were a lot of people out there who never understood exactly what we were talking about. They said that we hate this government. You know, it is so sad that many people who sometimes will tell you that, oh, I'm supporting the government, even when there are decisions that are being taken at their own detriment, they will pretend that these things are not happening to them. And now today, what is happening, it is not only happening to somebody who supports the CDC, the CMC, or whatsoever opposition political party. I told you the last time, when government makes certain decisions and the result, the aftermath of this decision comes like a rain. It falls on every house. And that's exactly what is happening. We said these things yesterday. The moment the government tried to go after certain people, we knew exactly that this day who have come where parents yesterday who could have afforded to send their children to school, you know, to buy school materials for their children, who could have done that yesterday. When we saw that the government was going after these people, we knew exactly that this day who have come, that those people who were rooted out from the government because of their political alignment or whatsoever reason for which that was done by the government, we knew exactly that things were going to be the way they are now. That's what happened. We predated that the decision this particular government is taking to restrain motorcyclists, many of whom are people who, you know, a lot of people depend on for their livelihood to send their children to school. When we saw that these decisions were being taken, we knew exactly this would have happened. Oh, yes. We also predated that when the government started restricting our mothers, our brothers who were, let's say, selling around here, when they started driving them away, all in the name of cleaning the city, we knew these things would have happened. Just last week, there was a serious tension between those, you know, how they can call those girls and who can sit around, girls and who can sit around, and the police officer and all these things. We knew this thing would have happened. We predated them. And from the interaction we have had with parents, even when we open this line, and we tell people to call here, they will tell you the same, that they don't even have the hope that their children will even go to school this year. It would be very difficult because we had somebody who yesterday many people claim was not educated but took decisions to ensure that Liberians get quality education, to ensure that, you know, the ordinary parents out there were able to send their children to school. We saw it around here. But now see what is happening. See what is happening. There have been no policy put in place by this government to ensure that the economic situation will not only favor them, but also favor the common people. Go in the various markets. We have conducted a series of interaction with market people. Other media institutions have done the same. Those people have complaint times with high number. The market they are doing there is what they depend on to send their children to school. But now go to the various marketplaces. Some of them will even put their markets down for people to buy. It's very difficult. How will they now send their children to school? Mr. President, the last time we checked here, you were celebrated for speaking good English. So in everybody's mind, that Liberia is a country that prioritizes education. So that's the reason why we have a president who speaks well. We have a president who speaks a better English among all of the presidents who were seated before the American president. Those presidents who were speaking English before him, you were rated out as, the best president who speaks well. So I'm just wondering now, how will President Donald Trump think that a president who has been celebrated for speaking a better English, having in mind that in a country, children should be going to school now, how will he feel that even people or citizens of this particular president, the country he rules, citizens there who cannot send their children to school because of the economic situation, because of decision the government is making? How will he feel? So these are things we talked about yesterday. And to some of these parents too. Yesterday, you people said this government was coming to rescue you people. And so you were all over here ensuring that the CDC government, that one way or the other, ensuring, making sure that everything was being done, wherein we could see people were at least not 100%, but could afford, they could afford to send their children to school. That even an old lady will even call her son or probably a relative to tell him or her that, call that relative and say, things are not easy. School is about to open. You have to do this and you have to do that. And that person will be able to respond to that call in a better way to help that particular person. But these things are not happening because of the economic situation of the country. We predated these things. We predated these things. And let me tell you, not even private school, but even at the very government schools, there are people who cannot even afford to register their children at the very government schools that are expected to be free of charge. People cannot afford to do so. Now, how much more about the private schools? How much more? And these people don't care. If you go to these advanced schools, those BB schools in the country here, you will notice that our children are there, they are going to school. But the decision that were taken, whenever these people are taking decision, they don't take decision that will affect them. No, the decision, the trickle-down effects of this decision, the people who feel the pinch of this decision are the ordinary people. And that's exactly what is happening now. And as I said earlier on, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning of many things we are to see. Whenever we talk these things, people will try to characterize or to be something different. But we talk these things in the interest of our country and of our people. Can you imagine 2, 3, or let's say a decade to come, when you have a generation that is not educated? Imagine what will happen. Imagine what will happen. So you think that people care? They will only do these things to ensure that their own children go to school. That vicious cycle of their children and children's children taking on state power will continue. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. That's why the common man who understands the common people's feeding. That's the reason why yesterday there were decisions that were taken to ensure that you, the commoner out there, you, the ordinary citizen out there, you could get money in your pocket to send your children to school. But now, the people who have considered themselves to be the most sophisticated people of our country, they are now taking decision to ensure that their children go to school. That their children go to school. They don't care. Because they don't want for your children tomorrow to go to school to be educated and come and take on state power. You need to be smart when these things are happening. You need to be smart. You need to be smart. Oh, you think a Darius Dillon, a Josiah Joker, and all these government officials who are claiming to be most sophisticated, for which they refer to certain segment of the society as common people. Do you think they will be happy when they see my married child, taking on whatsoever position they feel that it is their inheritance? Do you think they will feel fine? They will not. All they think about is that when I leave in for this position, somebody from my family line should be able to take over. These are the mentality they have. They don't care about you, the common people. So they are going to make decisions they know that will suppress you, that will suppress you and your children. That's the reason why. These people know. They know that they don't have their family members or their family members' children riding motorbikes. Most of the people that are riding motorbikes, they are common people's children. So they are taking decisions to affect them. Do you know how many motorcyclists were helping people around here? And the decision that was taken by this government has affected those people? So these are things we are talking about. And so very quickly on this university's issue, I'm told that the president Ada, she appeared on Luke's FM, or she's there now. But I have to check that out and verify that. With that issue, I'm at a university there, and I'm studying at a university there, and I'm seeing what is happening. And let me say this, with this every day, whenever somebody tries to put up a system, somebody tries to create a system that will better an institution, other people, on the other hand, they sometimes consider that to be somehow bad also. We are not saying that, everything is rosy at the university. That no, there are other issues at the university that we can talk about, that the government herself needs to handle to ensure that the state-run university, be a symbol that represents the country. But now with the issue of protest, corruption allegation, as he said earlier on, Aliyu, is something that requires investigation to note as to whether these claims that have been made by people, most especially by certain segment of the student body at the university there, I think it is something that is very important. But now with information that we are getting, that, because of XYZ reason, so the government is trying to, play a smart game to go against her and the other thing, I think it will be a very bad thing. And one of the things that I can appreciate the president of the university about is this system that she brought. We're in right now. We just got done with a vacation school. That was at the University of Liberia, and it helps a lot. It helps a lot of people. You see, it helps a lot of people. So there are policies that are being put in place. The woman just talk over, right? And there are other policies she's putting in place. And I think the necessary support that she needs from this government, if she gets the necessary support, definitely, we'll see some bit of transformation at the university there. because they assisted their new system that we didn't see yesterday. We are now seeing. And so we look forward to that. But again, on the overall, we believe in education. And so we are hoping that this government does everything in her power to ensure that, the quality that we talk about is given to the school-going children. Yesterday, we saw a result from WISE, or WAS, the WISE result of our senior students. It was something that was so discouraging on this particular government. They're just the first WISE result, and we're hoping to see more. And when these mechanisms are not put in place, definitely it will be bad for our country and will be bad for all as a people. At the end of the day, what you will notice is that aliens, foreigners, different people will just come, and occupy areas that should be occupied by Liberians. Why? Because the quality education that we are talking about is not given. So let's hear from our people out there. But before going to our people, let's see what I can go back to my team. Probably any of them has something to say. Just a minute, then we can go to the line and hear from our people. Aliyu or Solo, anything? Yes? Very quickly.
No, you can go to the line.
Okay. All right. Thank you. What's about Aliyu? Okay, all right then. Okay, that's good. Okay, so 0772-239-933, 0886-304497, 07778-0375 are the numbers. Let's hear from you out there, most especially our parents out there. Let's hear from you. This person. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. You're alive.
My name is Liva and I'm calling from Chibido Project.
Liva, go ahead.
Thank you. Some of us prepared the issue, madam from the university when she was coming. I said that the woman was difficulty to work with the system here because the system here is corrupt. And she's not used to that thing because if your budget is fine and the budget sort of goes straight to the bench, you see somebody will call on the side and say, oh, give me here and that they can do it. You will never be able to cope with that system. And that's what's happening now. If you even say America, that is our embassy, there's no system there. So Liberia is just wrapping it up to moving with system. So no more will say difficult, and at the end of the day, she will go back with all the good things she planned for the university. She will get difficult, and then she will get go by, and then they don't want to believe in dancing the system and speeding. They will say, oh, again. And then the minister will be dancing and drinking what they're not supposed to do. Yes, I mean, that is not a system again. Thank you, brother.
Okay, thank you, Liva. Let's get this other person. Good morning. Good morning.
Compton, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Go ahead, Edmond.
Edmond, the visually impaired keeping Boga fit to the fire to deliver. Let me say, money to Masali. We say again, sorry for the loss, and we happy that you are back. It's not easy. Yeah, and money to my father-in-law. You know, it's not hard to predict the Black government because they never disappoint us, you know. Because, brother, you think about a country where there is not enough company. There is no company, in fact, in the country to be able to take in all the Liberians that are not employed in the government. Then the only survivability of the Liberian people is based on other things that they can do to survive. Okay? As I said the last time when you asked me about the economic situation when I was in your studio, I told you, you take Edmond Carr off job. Edmond Carr's wife or girlfriend is doing a petty business on the street to be able to sustain the family. You also chase Edmond Carr's wife out. What's going to happen? There is a serious collapse in the economic system of the country. No matter by rather. You know how many dependents these guys are to be able to help them to go to school? You took them or you chase them or you stop them. The next group of people that you are not coming after, the Keke Rider and the taxi driver. So the government is not interested in the livelihood of the Liberian people. This is the clear dividend that you are seeing today that schools are open. You got children in the community, you got children passing around and they have no means of going to school because there is no money. We're not even able to register our children. We're not able to get a party on a US dollar. Okay? Maybe 5 registration, you need to talk about $250. I don't even have it right now. I don't even do it. They talk about at least to be able to carry out up to the 15th of September. We don't even know yet. So you know what it means for the Liberian people. The University of Liberia, you know the University people, we told them the last time. Bringing a lady from the US automatically will not bring money to operate the University of Liberia. If that was a feeling in the mind of the president that, oh, if I go and bring this lady that will have no dean for one kind or whatsoever, all the money are going to pour into the country. No, it doesn't work that way. Be able to make adjustment in your budget and direct the money where it will benefit the Liberian people, it won't matter. That's why you're talking about you corrupt. The FNM is not there yet. Okay, but when you talk about the exorbitant salary, it is clear. The current person that was there was making 8,000. We are here about 14,000, 17,000 that she is making. That is double. And another money that you are getting from using, it was cut off. The government is also giving it to her. But when you come on for the university to be functional, you need to empower her. She can't go take money from your account to run the university. You have to give the money. What is the budget? What are we talking about? Do you have any information as it relates to the budget of the University of Liberia before you talk about corruption? Now everybody are not getting her against her. They are not targeting Boaka. They are not targeting Speaker, Eugene Speaker, and his collaborator as a legislature who takes more onto themselves talking about the Liberian people and when they're going for her. That is our discipline. You cannot go for her. Okay. Go for the government. Okay. Let them do the right thing for the University of Liberia.
Thank you.
To do that, he will be okay. Quickly, man, let me conclude on this. I strongly believe that despite the Unity Party government carry on that campaign that cut salary and this and that on the basis of that CDC we lost election. I strongly believe we lost election based on complacency and too much of godliness in the governing sector of Liberia. The number shows that, the number can prove that. We didn't lose election because of harmonization, but because of complacency and the godliness nature of the CDC government, we just go, we are warning them that 2029, we are not going to accept nothing less than ushering president. We are into the executive mansion. Thank you.
Thank you, Edmond. Thank you. This person, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Condon.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is my water supervision. I want to say good morning to my family. Yeah, my son, Condon, you are very old. Let Liberian people look at it. Because the everything that the past government was doing, because the past government was not 50% to say everything was rosy. But at least on the school system with the parents, the past government was helping us. Last year, that Oliver County won't help me. My late other son went to school, the other one never went to school last year because they were hiding. The other year that we did, they used to say that the government money, that the country money to the president, you see, we pay our training school fee, we pay our training one fee. So this other year, I want more than 30. Even in my community here, the women that used to talk, what is to be talking, when you're talking, they make it proud with you. When they see some of all the benefits that is shame, they will be telling them, I can be clapping my hand in front of them, I bet we enjoy it. Everything is worth it. I want training in school, now. Crying for school fees. Yeah, so that people will go through A. That is what we choose will go through A.
Thank you, man.
Thank you this morning.
Let's all you that this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Kondo.
Good morning.
Yeah, Kondo, the issue this morning. Kondo, to the school, I hate to say school that open. You don't know what worry. To open today, this is student party. What? No money to rise of children. No business running. Kondo, we know what that is so. They're not easy in the country. So that you can see the party school open today, you can see the party, nobody going on Kondo. You know what worry.
Okay.
You know what worry.
Thank you, Patience. Let's show you that this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Kondo.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is the voice of Sabu. Kondo, I'm joining you to use unique conversation from point 4 to be exact with you, Kondo, in Zimbabwe. Koto, my God, is so great and marvelous and excellent. Look, let me appreciate you for your discussion. Just yesterday, Koto, people were being named as 42 years of experience man. Koto, let us in the red agenda, they say it's time for education. No, it's sad. But let me tell you, God says nothing I was like to do in darkness will not come to daylight. Koto, today to see people crying and the body of Labrador, what they want. No, I thought you said you get expertise. You just know you speak good English, you speak good English. Then what will be crying now? You can speak good English. You know the book. You know everything. You're the best. You get experience. But Labrador people, let me tell you, when you play Kasawa, like Kasawa you can read. That's what God said. God said when you play Kasawa, like Kasawa you can read. Let's read the Kasawa. Look, just yesterday, before I jump the land. President, we are. God sent president who came yesterday. Can you imagine yesterday we saw YSP? But today, to see our country looking away, looking, other people say, oh, they're there for the 2 years. What a yellow machine.
Okay, all right. Let's show you there. This other person. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Quantum.
Good morning.
Mama, I have a tension of my Quantum will offer between us. Between us, we're not playing with us. Constructing machine to the school opening. Careless students, they passing around, they say their parents and not pay their school fees. What happened? You go today, they fight your school and open. They say my school fee not come, my father get school fee. My power working. I say, and your power jubilating. The way they crop ball, they come with a clean ball. The clean ball now you want to pay your school. One fee, someone not tell what they in your community. We can't hear from. You need to party more dragging more than us. What continue blessing or they will get what they do. They are trying to go to love. Let God bless you. Let God bless you to any
Thank you. Thank you also. This person, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Timmy
Compton.
Yeah, I'm Peter David Castle. I call from under the street line in Lower Johnsonville. Let me extend my condolences to Ali Masale for the loss of his mother. Timmy Castle, let me appreciate you for the fascinating discussion. You know, the issue relating to the University of Liberia, so I can wonder if water is a curse on the University of Liberia. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I can wonder if water is a curse on the University of Liberia. I am a product of the University of Liberia during early time. You know, during early time, the system was based really on the ideas of antiquity. To even acquire control sheet at that time would take about 3 to 4 months. We had to talk about registration. We used to stand in line from 6 to 6. So we used to spend about 3 months to even complete a simple registration. Or during we have time that a real transformation took place by the introduction of that e-portal system and all that really brought and a complete transformation and a situation at the University of Liberia. But still, the university students went against and we are and that of the then president, the nation at the time. So he was removed. Today, just like Imam Bouaka brought a white woman to serve as a president of the University of Liberia, situations still continue to be the same. So these are major things that make us to wonder what is really happening at the University of Liberia.
Okay.
What is the motive and what was that the objective of the construction of that particular university? Transformation should be there now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's get a few more calls and go back to our team on 0772239933, 088630 4497 or 0777980375. This person. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, go ahead very quickly.
Yeah, Mr. Cotton, good morning.
I'm okay.
My name is Flomo.
Yeah,
I'm calling from Smart.
Okay, go ahead, Flomo.
Yeah. There's a discussion I had having on concerning about university. I can see the school. The school right now we tell our friends that we say that we not go for the body, but the process. Right now, the state now
we that yesterday, all in our community, no school, no student going to school when I was speak. The country is very much have, we tell our friends and we say, yeah, we have for the 40-year-old women. They say no, they say no vote. Even the United Party put that in our.
All right, okay, so let's show you this person. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Konto.
Good morning.
Thank you very much. Konto, I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call from a Purple Corner, Town Coast Spoon Hill, One Town Community. Konto, thank you for this discussion as we guide to our state-run university campus. Konto, some of us, when we sit down and see how politics was playing over the last 6 years and see what is happening today, it's very unfortunate. Over the last 6 years, some of us, it was our very first time for the University of Liberia to be declared tuition-free. Even to digitize the University of Liberia, it was unprecedented. But then I was saying, oh, people, they say, hey, you digitize education, what is there? Hey, you not put chair there, you not put computer there. First of all, Joe Parker came today, but we not hear about computer, then we hear about corruption. Hey man, I thought Joe Parker was going to make the University of Liberia state of the art, where our children will be saying that comfortably and easily having a computer lab before them.
Okay.
Will not be it. This is Liberia, my brother. As we speak, the Student Unification Party is having a press conference asking that the president resign or else the American people should come and take their president. Thank you very much. Long live Liberia and long live the good people of Liberia for us to see what is unfolding in our country.
Thank you. All right, so yeah, let me now go back to my team and yes, so let's begin with Aliu. Aliu, you listen to the callers. Okay, so just close up as we go over to Solomon.
Yeah, thanks to the callers again. What happened to Hussein?
I don't really know.
That's going to a more now. You barely hear Hussein on those various platforms. I hope he's doing well. Yeah, but thanks to the callers and thanks to everybody for all the condolence messages I received. Thanks to everyone. The problem, this is it. We just have to pray for our country. Yes, the oldest country in Africa, like Solomon said. Go Ghana, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, Arico, Bola, all of these countries. See how much their government officials, lawmakers are making. You see, they are making the list. But see how developed their countries are. But look at Liberia today. This is why we are not going anywhere, because all our lawmakers, government officials, they carry all of the money. At the end of the day, people are suffering. And this is the question I'm always asking. During George Weah administration, how many students were out of school as compared to Bouakai administration? The wire result under Bouakai administration tells you that this government, they don't have time for education. The whole arrest agenda was just like a rhetoric to come to power. Because 2 years of this administration, their own arrest agenda, none of their letters have been captured to put policy in place to deal with one of those letters. Nothing they have done. I think only the Arab who stand for rule of law that they are respecting. But everything, nothing they are doing. See the education today. This is so sad for our country. So all the travel President Bouakai had made around the world, bringing back nothing. Is that not wasteful spending? But if we can see again, we pray for the best of our country. God bless America. God bless Liberia.
Thank you, Aliu. Let's go over to Solo. Solo, yes, you listen to the caller close up quickly.
Yeah, many thanks to the callers and many thanks to you guys in the studio. Masale, thank you, and again, our deepest condolences. Look, this is my government in charge, but I said nothing good will come from all of this government because the president not innovative. The president does not result problem from solution to problem. The president is not developmentally minded. Just for example, his own minister for state and presidential affairs, he died. They couldn't bring the body home. The person was very, very close to him. He was not to that body. I saw Kumi there, but President Boakai was not there. Now it was his own relative. And because we are hearing there are some other things on the ground that is holding the family or the other people, he does not let whatever they say. So he decided to stay away. He does not resolve problem. He's not innovative. He's not developmentally minded. So we don't expect anything better from his government. Even though we want for our country to be better by putting in good leaders, but Waka is not the one. Even if Gapwan that I prefer over Waka, he's a disgrace. Thank you very much.
And Stephen, can
yes?
you hear?
Yeah, I'm getting you.
Yeah, and this university issue, I can really understand because now you're looking at President Waka, he graduated from that university. And even the present finance minister, he was a president or something at that university. They all graduated from that place. And I think seeing them being in this kind of leadership position today, President Baka, he's the president, Gafua, finance minister, and other people in the country, I think they're really supposed to do something to really show to people, oh yes, today we became people in this country. This is where we achieve our education from. You see, to make people to really be proud of them and see how they could do well for the university. But it is quite unfortunate, really. I don't really know. Because people have thought this is what we expect from them. This is where we graduated from this university. We make sure we transform it. Yes. So that our name will forever be there. But instead today, they don't even care. But it is why it is. God bless America. God bless that bureau.
All right. Thank you so much, Aliyu Masaleh and Solomon Bakar Reeves. I would like to say thanks to every one of you for your contribution. And for those of you who follow us via our various social media platforms, I want to say thanks to every one of you. Wednesday, by the special grace of God, I will be here with another edition. But before then, do have yourself a blessed day.